What's going on, everyone? This is Adam and Craig with Grandstand Golf. In this show, we're talking our DFS sleepers for the 2020 CJ Cup at Shadow Creek. We also did a PGA DFS picks and fade show for the CJ Cup. And for the first time, we're doing a Scottish Championship DFS breakdown, our first European Tour video, so make sure to check that out as well. And on Wednesday, we're going to be on Twitch, a full DFS breakdown for the CJ Cup, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to watch us then. Come tune in. Come hang out with us. Greg, we're talking sleepers. So usually we're looking for guys to make the weekend, but we have a condensed field for this week. Everyone's going to make the weekend. What are you looking for?
Yeah, well, like you say, we oftentimes are looking for, or, I kind of put sleepers into two pockets. There's the high upside guys, and then there's the guys that I think are just really good cut makers. Even if they're finishing in the 30 to 40 range, they're still great to have on your ticket. I think that really the main thing I'm looking at is who shows value of finishing higher than their price. So it's very simple to me. I'm looking for people who, their average performance is better than I think where the people they're priced around.
Yeah. I like it. All right, so my sleepers. So we're going with 3 each. It's going to be a little bit different. So with our sleepers, we go 75 under, 100 and under for DraftKings. I kind of got 2 right at the top there. So my first one is Bubba Watson. So we have 4 days of Bubba scoring opportunities. With mine, I got a little bit more volatile players here. So they're not necessarily...
I'm looking at your players too, and I'm wondering if you think we're at the Masters, that we're at Augusta here or something.
Well, I have
it's true. Yeah.
Between Shadow Creek and Augusta, I hear it plays more like a Georgia, Carolina type course than a desert or California course. So there's undulating greens, undulating fairways, guys who can shape it. I mean, Bubba, his shot tracer is one of the prettiest to watch.
Most of the time.
I like guys that can shape it most of the time. Guys who can be a little bit creative. Bubba Watson, risk reward. I mean, I meant risk reward for both the player and for the course. We have a lot of risk reward opportunities with the course. We know Bubba is a long hitter. He gets out that driver and he can shape it all the way around. He can shape it around these trees. I think he's going to be interesting to watch. A price at $7,300 on DraftKings, $8,400 on FanDuel. I think he's worth the investment. Also, his recent performance has been pretty good. U.S. Open 31st, BMW Championship 16th, and Northern Trust 18th.
Yeah.
So
and those are all strong fields too.
Those are all strong fields. I just feel like it's a good opportunity to get some DraftKings scoring, get some eagle opportunities, get some birdies. He might get quite a few more bogeys than others, but we're not looking necessarily for a finish. We're looking for DraftKings points.
Yeah, the other thing about Bubba, I mean, with a lot of these guys, I feel like, we spoke about this a little bit in the last video, but a lot of these guys, they very much have courses that they go and do well at. And then I think there's, how people manage a course. I think oftentimes they'll get better and better at it every year, or they'll be like conventional ways of approaching this course and managing that course. I think Bubba is the type of guy who, if there's some outside the box way of looking at a course, I think he's one of the ones who will be quicker to pick up on that and just he's such a feel player. He doesn't care about convention. I think he's good at improvisation, which when we're playing our first PGA Tour event at a course, I think that's what you want.
Yeah, for sure. So next up, Jordan Spieth, $7,300 on DraftKings, $8,400 on FanDuel, exact same price as Bubba. So if you want to kind of get a little bit contrarian, force both of them into your lineup, and I don't think many people are going to have that lineup. It's a little bit nerve-wracking of a lineup.
Yeah.
Same thing with Jordan Spieth. You don't have to worry about a missed cut. He hasn't been playing well. I mean, he would be the first to admit that things aren't clicking where he was when he was winning majors. I mean, at an astounding rate. So I'm kind of going fishing here on what stats to look for. He's doing okay in birdie or better percentage. He's 60th in 2020, 2021. We know that's one of his worst years on tour. There's not really indication to turn it around. He didn't even earn his way in here. He got a sponsor's invite. He's still that big name, but he's not playing well. So he's priced way down for a major champion, multiple major champion. I think it's just time to roll the dice. We get 4 days. He can score birdies. We've seen this year he's gone on birdie runs of like 6 holes, 7 holes where he just goes off, but then he misses the cut with a couple lost balls or a triple bogey here or whatever it may be. So I'm rolling the dice on Jordan Spieth. Who knows? His talent, it's not completely disappeared. We know he's working on things. Again,
his short game's still there.
If there's his short game's still there. He's been a good putter. If there's any kind of Augusta comparison, hey, maybe Bubba and Spieth can get it done.
So I don't know if I'm going to get there on this one. I do like it as if there's a time to do it, I think it's a no cut event. But I am scared of Jordan Spieth, so I will love it if he goes out there and has a good week. I'm scared of plugging him into too many lineups.
As most people will.
Well, and that's the thing.
For
sure. So if it's a good contrarian ownership play, then that's something to look at.
Yeah. And my last one, a little bit further down, is Cameron Champ, 6,400 on DraftKings, 7,700 on FanDuel. He's a really good young player, and his distance off the tee is going to give him opportunities that other players don't necessarily have. He's 32nd in birdie or better percentage in 2020, 2021. He has 4 full days here. He's kind of level with the field. Nobody's really seen this course that much. There's some guys that have played just some exhibition matches here, or maybe been there on vacation, or whatever it may be. But everyone's kind of a rookie going into this thing. He's priced so low. He gives you scoring opportunities that you don't get from other players down this price range. And that's just why I like Cameron Champ. I think he might be pretty popular, but I still think it's for a good reason.
We spoke in the last video about how Dustin Johnson, who is out this week, has the course record here. And maybe that's a sign that it favors Bombers. Maybe it's just a sign that Dustin Johnson is one of the best golfers to have played at this course. And but if it does favor Bombers at all, then you know that Cam Champ is going to be one of the ones who definitely performs higher than his price.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Craig, who are you looking at for sleepers under 7,500?
So I've probably gone a little bit more boring than usual. I'm starting out here with the Kevin Kisner. DraftKings 7,500, he's 30th ranked there. FanDuel, he's 8,600, 33rd ranked there. So if you compare those to his strokes gained, he was 23rd in strokes gained for the full 2019-2020 season, and he's been 17th since the restart.
And that's in this field,
yes,
correct?
Those are the numbers for this field. So there's people that are not playing this week that would bump those down a bit. Comparing it to the pricing, it seems to me like just if you look at those as baselines, you would think that he's going to outperform it a bit. So the other thing that I do like about Kisner, we mentioned there's kind of 2 buckets of guys. There's the guys who, they might just perform a little bit better, but you still want them as sleepers on average. And then there's guys who really have high upside. And I think he's a little bit of both to me almost. I don't think he's going to win this tournament, but he's got 3 top 5s since the restart. So we've had a lot of strong fields since then. So he's one of those people that even in a strong field, he can be a top 5 if he plays his game well that week.
Yeah. I think he's just a sneaky play. He's priced I was telling you this before we went on, he's priced at the same as Joaquin Niemann, and I think he won't get many clicks. And I like Kisner this week. I think really just
because Niemann's such a sexy play that people will, if they're looking to plug someone in at that 7,500, I think he'll attract a lot of ownership. So Kisner could be a bit of a contrarian play.
I really like
last thing, 6 straight top 30s at WGCs. We've talked about the difference in no-cut events. So for whatever reason, he seems to be doing well at those. Those are strong fields. So, those top 30s are hard-earned.
For sure.
Next up, let's go with Russell Henley. 7,100, 38th ranked on DraftKings, 8,500, 35th ranked on FanDuel. He's been playing really well. He's 16th for the full 2019-2020 season and 8th since the restart in strokes gained. He had a bit of a disappointing Sunday this past week, which if he had he was top 10 going into Sunday, and just I think he was 72 maybe, something like that. 70, 72, somewhere around there, and faded to finish tied for 27th. I think that will keep his ownership from, if he had kept up his finish, I think his ownership would have gotten very high. So I like that he didn't. In spite of that, 3 top 10 since the restart, and the real last thing, he's an elite approach player. His full season last year, he was ranked 3rd, behind I think only JT and Morikawa, and then 5th ranked in greens and regulation. So, I'll take a shot with him. I'll take a few shots with him.
Yeah, I think he's just better than his price. he's just been playing better than his price, and he's probably a better player than his price is. So I like it quite a bit as well.
Last one here. I went with him last week, and I'm gonna have him here again. Brendan Steele.
Yeah.
He's 53rd on both DraftKings and FanDuel. 6,500 on DraftKings, 7,600 on FanDuel. His numbers, 53rd priced, 26 in the full 2019-2020 season, 21st since the restart. So it's just value to me. I'll use him to plug in some higher priced guys. If you think about him being 53rd ranked in pricing, he has 8 of 10 of his starts since the COVID break. He's been better than 53rd. So I just see, even if it's not a top 10 from him, I just see value there. Strokes gained tee to green, which oftentimes we look at it as being quite stable compared to putting, which can vary a lot week to week. 27th so far this year, very volatile. We have very, very small sample size for that. But 39th for the full 2020 season. So, he's a good ball striker for a 37-year-old, and he's just kind of a vet that you're not going to get a blow up. You'd be surprised to get a blow up from. He did miss the cut last week. As we have said with a few guys in the other video, he missed it at -6 on the number in a crazy -7 cut.
What are you going to do?
Yeah. And, in that, on his way to that -6, he was over a, -1.23 putting. So that's per day. So if he would have had a normal putting week, then he would have been fine. It's just, he didn't putt well. So he missed a cut on a birdie fest.
I like it. Yeah. And with the condensed kind of player field, DraftKings has to stretch these players. So the players the top guys at the top are going to stay there, but the Brendan Steeles are going to get pulled down. So if they're regularly a 7,000, maybe 8,000, depending on the tournament, they're going to get pulled down to the 6,000.
Yeah, you don't have that huge chunk of guys at like the 6,000 to 6,200 to really weigh the field down.
Yeah, exactly. So I love looking for those kind of values in those plays. I like it. All right, recapping quickly. So I got Bubba Watson at 7,300, Spieth as well at 7,300, and Cameron Chapman 6,400.
I've gone a little bit more boring. Just guys I feel like if they can be a little bit better than their price. We've got Kisner at 7,500, Russell Henley at 7,100, and Brendan Steele at 6,500.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for watching our video. Make sure to tune in to Twitch on Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Follow us on Twitter at Grandstand Golf. We push out all our content there. Check out our other videos. We did a DFS picks and fade show. We're going to do a Scottish Championship DFS breakdown show. And make sure to like, subscribe, and share with everybody for our channel. We appreciate the support.
Appreciate it, guys. Good luck this week.
See ya.